Welcome everyone. This is Barb at the ArtyRV Glass Studio channel. We're giving Ed a little break this morning, so we're going to start out doing some paintings today, and I'm going to walk you through this process. As in previous videos, we've showed you how to mix the paint with a little bit of gum arabic. So I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of the gum arabic to the yellow paint. Now this paint is Reusche Paints. It is a powder, and we mix it with water. Then we add the gum arabic. This is a light yellow, and you'll find out that sometimes it's better to start with a lighter color than what you anticipate that you're going to need, so that you can build that color if necessary. It's a lot easier to go darker than it is to go back and go lighter, or I find it is. But I'm going to put on this yellow and see how it reacts in the kiln, and then we'll make adjustments from there. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and mix that paint up and get it ready to apply it to the feet, the legs, and the beak. Now, as you remember previously, we outlined the bird in black, and then we added shading in the brown. So we fired the black, then we added the brown shading, then we fired the brown, and now we're ready to add the yellow. The yellow that we're using is RP52R002, and it is a lead-free glass stainer, soft yellow, and it can be fired from 1150 degrees to 1400 degrees. So you'll fire that. You'll want to do a test fire and see, depending on your project, which temperature you need to fire at. We go low. We go 1250, and it seems to work really good. So you might want to start at the 1150 and work your way up. It's all according to your kiln. So now we have the yellow finished. We fired it in the kiln, and we've mixed up some blue paint. I'm not real happy with the yellow. I really feel like that yellow needs to be darker. But we're going to go ahead, since the yellow's already fired on, I'm going to go ahead and add the blue. Mixed up the blue. The blue is an RP54R001 lead-free strong blue mixed up with an RP54R003 lead-free teal blue. So I mixed up those two colors to get that blue that I think will represent the green heron. They have the blue underneath of the green, and it kind of shows through, and it's kind of bright. So I'm thinking that this is going to be very realistic, and I'm using my bridge, as I don't want to smear the paint as I go. Sometimes you need to use a bridge when you're working on the inside. It's not so hard when you're working on the outside of the piece of glass, but once you start working on the inside of the piece of glass, you really need that bridge to bring your hand over, and you don't want to be smearing your glass or getting it on your arm or your clothes or your hand. So we'll be using the bridge in this part. Now we're mixing up some more paint. I let my paint dry on the palette. I just cover it with a little cup, and then I come back later and add water and make it the consistency I need. So you don't need to add any more gum arabic at this time, because the paint is already mixed with the water and the gum arabic. All you've done is let it dry. Then you can go back and reuse it. So you can use the paint multiple times as long as you keep it clean. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add the underlayment of blue that is under all the other feathers. So the bird is a burgundy, purpley color at the top, but it does have some blue underneath. And then the green heron at the bottom, in the back, and even at the top, has a little shades of blue. So we're going to add that blue in, and then we're going to cover it with the greens and the purples, and then we'll go from there. So I wasn't really happy with that yellow. I thought it was kind of dull and not bright enough. So we've mixed up the canary yellow, and we're going to add that over the light yellow. And I think that'll bring it up to the color, exact color that we want. So we'll fire the yellow, the canary yellow, and the blue that we've added at the same time. So now what I'm doing is just kind of, brushing away, making it a little bit more shaded, working in the sharp lines. So there's no sharp lines. So into the kiln, as soon as we get this cleaned up, I'll clean it up with this little skewer tool, and it'll come out in 24 hours. Hey guys, thanks for watching. And if you appreciate these videos and want to see more, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.